We'll start, Ale, with Toronto FC, who are going from nothing to something really quick here. They rolled 4-0 over Charlotte on Saturday. This one was over quick. 2-0 in the first 10 minutes, 3-0 on the half-hour mark. The big story, MLS debuts for both Lorenzo Insigne and Federico Bernardeschi, who scored. He scored the third goal for TFC. Michael Bradley getting involved as well. Michael Bradley scored a brace for Toronto. Mark Anthony Kaye, another new addition. He played the full 90. All of this in front of a sold-out BMO field, over 29,000 in attendance. They'd been averaging around 23,000, so you know what's up. Toronto is getting ready for another potential playoff run. But Ale, TFC right now are 13th out of 14 teams in the Eastern Conference. There are only 12 games left in the season. Is there time for them to turn it around this year and become true MLS Cup contenders, or is this a project for 2023?
Well, let's break that question into different parts. I think there is time for them to get into the playoffs. I don't think there is time for them to make a run in MLS playoffs and into MLS Cup. However, let's talk about Bob Bradley for a second. I know he's a good, close friend of yours. You guys have had a wonderful relationship over the years. Bob Bradley is an elite manager in this league. Is a very recognizable name in this league. If you're gonna have an elite manager, an elite coach, his team should be in the playoffs. So the expectation should be that Toronto FC, even with the difficulties that they've had this season, they should be making a late run into the playoffs. And while it is true that they're 13 out of 14, I think what's most important is that they're only 6 points away from the last playoff spot. I think there's plenty of time here. Now, you don't have a lot of wiggle room, but I think if you go on a run and if you're Toronto FC, you build some momentum, you should have the expectation of making it into the playoffs.
Speaking of momentum, tomorrow night they got the Canadian Championship against Vancouver. A good chance to win a trophy, maybe get some momentum. I kind of saw it the other way. I thought it would be tougher for them to get in the playoffs than it would be if they actually got in to maybe make some noise. Here's why I mean that. Atlanta, Miami, New England, Chicago, Charlotte, those are the teams that they got to pass just to get to the line. Those are all accessible. But then you still need an Orlando, Cincinnati, or a Columbus to drop off. So a lot of things have to happen in 12 games. But if they get in, who do you see as like the dominant team in the East? Because New York City just lost Tati. Like, I think the East is very wide open if they could sneak in.
Yes, but and while we have talked in years past about the importance of carrying momentum into the playoffs, and this is what Toronto FC would be doing, my argument is this simple. In order for them to be able to make it into the party, they're gonna have to play at a very high level from here on out, and they're gonna have to put a lot of stress in that team and in those bodies. A lot of physical stress and a lot of mental stress. And I can't help but think that the moment, if indeed they're able to get into the playoffs, that there's going to be a letdown of almost mission accomplished. Whatever happens from here on out, we'll take it as a bonus, but we've been able to accomplish our goal, and that is making it into the playoffs. So mentally, it's a difficult challenge to go from achieving what you wanted to achieve, putting everything into that, and then being able to recharge, regain momentum again and say, okay, here we go again. Let's get excited about the playoffs. The talent level, I think, will be there for them to compete, but I also do believe on the balance of a whole season performance. And I think the teams that have proven to be the best in the Eastern Conference in the end would be favorites, from my perspective, to advance into MLS Cup.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.